Hello and welcome to the TMZ podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton.
I'm Charlie Neff.
And today we're talking about feet.
Yes.
How
you can cash in on your feet.
A lot of celebrities are cashing in on their feet, and we'll tell you who and we'll tell you how.
Yep.
We'll also talk about Bronny James because it wasn't nepotism that got him to the Lakers, so says the Lakers coach.
Right.
But I'm not so sure. We now have more reasoning behind the Rick Ross attack in Canada. New information's coming out about why the Toronto or Vancouver men set upon Rick.
And it seems like it's Drake related.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But to begin with, Waka Flocka Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Such a fun name to say.
I know it is.
He took to the stage last night and he had a message for all Biden voters. Let's listen to it now.
I want Joe Biden voters to get out. See ya!
Wow.
Get out.
I think it's worthy to note where this was. It was in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Right.
I don't think this would fly maybe if you came to like somewhere very liberal like LA or Boston, but it doesn't seem like anybody left.
No, true. You're right about that. There's a lot of sort of outrage about this. I'm kind of okay with it, to be honest.
I'm fine with it.
Because there's a lot of very vocal celebrities on the left. And so I think that if you have a different opinion, you should be allowed to say it at your show too. It's not like...
Yeah, it's fine. And it's not like breaking news that he's a Trump supporter. He's like, remember last year, he was all on the Trump 2024 train and he got a photo with Trump. So I think if you're going to his concert, you kind of already know his political stance. And if you're going to his concert still, you're probably okay with it.
Totally.
So it's fine.
Trump is making real inroads with the black vote.
Yes.
There's a lot of high-profile rappers who are now supporting him.
Yep.
Trump's doing these crazy things like making these Air Force One shoes.
Yeah.
And
Biden has some support too. I think he has like Fat Joe, and there was a couple other rappers that backed him. But do you think it helps to have like rapper support?
Definitely. And it could win Trump the election, to be honest. Like, if he gets enough black votes, if he takes them from Biden, then he could be the president. Like, it could make all the difference.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know about Joe's chances anyway. It's kind of the last couple days when it's all like the debate has sunk in. It feels like we might have Kamala Harris up there versing Trump.
I don't think so. I don't think so because, I think after the debate, all the stories were like, oh, Democrats want Biden to step down, right? Like after the debate, everyone was like, oh no, he's not fit for the job. He's like on a different planet and like is trailing off. But instead of announcing someone new, right, that's going to take his place, he is now explaining why his debate was so poor. And which I think shows even more that he's trying to cement his little toes in to say, like, I am still in this thing. I'm not going anywhere. Otherwise, he wouldn't be, like, explaining anything, right?
I guess, but, like, his explaining / excuses for the tired performance aren't very sort of, like, presidential. He said, I decided to travel around the world a couple of times shortly before the debate. I didn't listen to my staff, and then I almost fell asleep on stage. That's not something that's going to make people go, oh, okay, I get it. That's okay then. I'll still vote for you.
And also the places that he was going, he like went to France for the first week of June. He went to LA. Remember there was that big fundraiser out here in LA. He was at that, like hobnobbing it with all these celebs. So it's kind of like, I really don't feel sorry for you if like that was your priority.
That's not a very heavy travel schedule either. You know what I mean? Like
for an 81-year-old man, yes.
That's true. But that's why I think just wait, Charlie. Kamala Harris is going to take over.
I don't think that's going to sit well with people.
Why not?
A lot of people don't like her stance on things.
Yeah.
They feel like she's too harsh in the prison system and things like that. And also the thing she said recently at the BET Awards was so cringe.
She invoked Kendrick Lamar, not like us. Like, he's not like us about Trump supporters or something. I can't remember.
It was so cringe and out of touch with what people want to hear and inauthentic.
Right.
I think people, Michelle Obama maybe, she's for sure likable, but obviously she doesn't want it. I don't blame her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take someone really amazing to come in and, just totally bulldoze over Biden. And I don't know that the party's got that right now.
All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. On to our next story. Bronny James is a Laker, and he had his first press conference with his coach, JJ Redick. Let's have a listen to some of what they had to say.
Bronny, I want to clarify one thing you just said, which is Rob and I did not give Bronny anything. Bronny has earned this, right? Bronny talks about his hard work. Bronny has earned this through hard work.
I think both things can be true. I think he can earn the position through hard work, but also if he was just some random kid working just as hard and just as talented, would that kid have been drafted to the Lakers? I don't think so.
Know. And also, I think what's important here is the messenger. JJ Redick himself has been criticized for getting his gig for just being like a name and not having any experience with coaching.
True.
So, I don't know that I necessarily want to hear him defending another nepotee,
Right.
So.
Look, Bronny also talked about the amplified pressure on his shoulders. It'd be crazy coming into the Lakers, the biggest sort of franchise. Everyone already thinks you don't really deserve your position. So you've got to prove it and then some. Well, he said, look, it's been a lifelong struggle with pressure being LeBron's son. He's always had to deal with this. So he feels like he can keep dealing with it. Yep. He can cope with the new pressure. And I hope he can. It's going to be, God, I wouldn't like to be living in a parent's shadow that much, doing exactly the same thing as one of the best players ever on the same team now. It's just such a microscope for someone who is talented, but I guess we're going to find out how talented.
Yeah, and also he is a reflection of LeBron, right? Because if your dad is the #1 basketball star in the world, presumably you have the best coach in the world. So it's a reflection because it's how well did your famous father train you for this gig? And it's one thing to get the gig, which I think a lot of people think his nepotism got him the gig, but it's another thing to keep the gig, and we'll see how that works out for him.
Yeah, I never really thought about it. I think there's probably extra pressure on LeBron's shoulders now too, because this is his, kid who
his
he
project.
trained. His project, yeah. So that'll be interesting. He chose the number 9. Bronny's the number 9 because he loves Juice WRLD, and Juice WRLD loved the number 9 too. But it's going to be awkward seeing the two son and father next to each other because they're numbers 6 and 9.
Oh yeah,
those photos are going to be
yeah. Does anyone
awkward.
Have the number 69
Probably,
together?
Probably, but still.
Ooh, a sexy number.
Okay, on to our next story. Rick Ross, his fight in Vancouver was allegedly over Drake trash talk. So we had assumed that it was over him playing Not Like Us as he left the stage. And that was part of it. But now we're hearing that it was because of things that Rick had posted on Instagram and Twitter and stuff previously, even a month before the actual gig. So Rick had accused Drake, he called him Cupcake Drake, which isn't big insult, but it is funny and it would maybe...
Kind of cute.
Cupcake Drake. He talked about how he thinks Drake had a nose job. Remember that?
Yes.
All about how much plastic surgery Drake has had on his nose, on his
Kendrick
butt.
said that he had abs, constructed.
I think it's where BBL Drizzy was kind of born and popular.
What a rap beef topic.
But also, Rick kept leaning into the fact that Drake wasn't really black. And so he kept talking about that. So, sources have said that the punches and the energy at that gig, side of stage, was largely because of stuff Rick had done in the past, not what happened that night, which led me to believe it was maybe premeditated. These guys obviously knew Rick was performing. They were unhappy with Rick for posting negative stuff about their guy, Drake. And that's why they met him side of stage. And when Not Like Us started playing, that just blew the top off things.
Do you think the fate of Rick Ross and his crew would have been different if he didn't walk off the stage with Not Like Us? Like, what if he played, like, Because I'm Happy Alone? Like, if he played that, do you think the guys would have been like, let's jam.
Chill.
Yeah, let's jam to Because I'm Happy. Like, if he played a different song, I feel like it could have changed the course of the night.
That's funny.
But putting, like, Not Like Us, oh, man, these guys were, like, getting it.
I would love to hear the backing soundtrack of As I'm Happy, as punches are thrown and people kicked in the face.
Definitely would have been a different setting.
Oh, that's funny. I hope there's no retaliation because of this, because this wouldn't sit well with Rick.
No.
He's already getting crap for. Did you see the video of Rick bailing out of the fight and leaving and now people are sort of trolling Rick like that he's like a wuss or something like that because
he fled the scene into his car and his buddy got like beat up bad.
So I kind of worry that like maybe Rick will want to try to get his machismo back and get his
but he did come out and say that he actually told us that Vancouver is a beautiful city and he can't wait to return. So he's trying to seem like, it's no big deal.
We'll see, man.
Have you been to Vancouver before?
I have, actually.
I didn't get the vibe that it's like rough. Like,
no.
I felt like it's like nature, beauty.
It's
like,
beautiful,
so
Vancouver.
Beautiful. Good food, too.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, on to our almost news segment. We thought we'd do a bit of a little roundup of celebrities who are now in the feet game, who are selling pictures of their feet for money.
Big fetish, big market. And actually, there's people here at TMZ that, like, crazy fans have, like, captured our feet. In, like, any photo that shows our feet, like, I'm on it, Siobhan's on it, not by choice. Like, fans take these photos and put it and upload it on WikiFeet for, like, free. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, I should make some cash.
Well, you should, because these women who are doing it, like, it's not like a sexual thing to the women, but they're like, if I can make some money out of just showing my feet, like, why not? Apparently, it's the #1 fetish in the world. So there you go.
I could see that. I mean, I don't know anybody, at least not like that
Personally,
I know of, that is into like the feet thing.
Well, they wouldn't probably come out and tell you that as like, hi, my name's Charlie, I'm into feet.
I feel like you would hear somebody be like, oh, wow, that girl's got sexy feet. Like little comments where you'd be like, oh, okay, I see where he's at.
So Lily Allen obviously came out this week and said she's putting her feet on OnlyFans and she's going to charge an £8 subscription to see her feet.
It's actually kind of low. Good deal.
It's a great deal. Yeah. And that's less than $1 a toe.
Right. Yeah.
But I was looking up as well. Karrueche Tran has done the same thing. Mm-hmm. And when I look at Karrueche Tran's feet, like I kind of get it.
Really?
There's something about her hoofs that I kind of, I don't know why I said
piggies.
Her little piggies that I kind of like, okay, maybe I get it. So she's been doing it as well. Black China has sold her feet.
Angela White
now. Yes. Sorry. She's changed her name from Black China to Angela White. Like, okay.
Well, do you remember Larsa Pippen was doing feet photos too on OnlyFans? And then her dad got mad that she was on it, even though it was just feet. And so she like removed her subscription or removed her platform.
Oh, really? She's a mature lady. I don't know how her dad can like tell.
I know, but also like if it's just, I can see both sides, right? I could see somebody being like, it's just feet, like who cares? But I can also see the other side, which I think I mostly lean on, which is like, yeah, it's just feet, but like people are sexualizing your feet.
Yeah, you don't want to think about what people are doing while looking at your feet.
And I think it's like people think, oh, it's just a photo of your feet. Like, just do it. Who cares? They want feet in action. Oh. They want your toes being massaged with lotion.
How do you know all this?
Because
you've had requests.
I've had requests.
No way.
Someone, I kid you not, offered me $8,000 for a 2-minute video of me rubbing my feet with lotion. I nearly barfed in my mouth when I got this request.
Well, I mean, I'm available.
I will say I did turn it down.
Wow.
However, I passed the person to a friend who was trying to like work out some kind of like down payment first. And I don't know what happened with that. But it is definitely a thing where they want you to like rub your feet, and they also will pay extra to send you like a little dress for your toes.
Oh,
and so you'll wear this,
God.
your foot will be in this like lacy dress, and they just want to know that they styled your feet. I mean, it's a lot grosser than just like, oh, just a feet.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
A couple others who have done it. Raquel from what's that show? Vanderpump Rules.
Vanderpump.
She had her toes in spaghetti and was posting it.
Yeah, see, they want it like in things.
Yes.
And like, ooh, I don't know. I can't get on board.
Margot Robbie turned it down. Margot Robbie turned down $320,000 for like some stuff.
Well, she kind of gave it for free though. Do you remember the scene in Barbie? And they even used it in like the promo. It was her foot in the shoe, and then the shoe comes off and her foot is still like propped up like in a high heel. And people went nuts for that scene of like the up close shot of her like little Barbie foot. And it was her real foot, by the way.
But imagine those feet like wading through some clam chowder or something.
Ew, I can't.
Mwah.
I can't. But
Okay.
I have to say the money sounds good.
The money sounds good. All right, hit us with your today in history, Charlie.
Kind of a boring day. I hate to start it off like that,
Okay,
but
yeah.
let's just rock and roll. It is chocolate wafer day. Do you like chocolate wafers?
Yeah, I mean a normal amount.
Yeah, I just don't know why they get their own like day.
Yeah, chocolate
Like
gets their
they're
own day.
cool, but like not worthy.
Yeah.
It's also Eat Your Beans Day.
Eat your beans day?
Yeah, which I've never been a beans fan.
I like baked beans.
Oh, that explains
Have you never had
the farts.
Yeah, I mean, have you never had like a potato with beans on top of it and cheese and stuff?
No, it's too experimental for me.
Okay.
I'm like a 6-year-old kid. Like I'm a chicken nugget, fries, grilled cheese plain,
Okay.
fries. Whatever you feed Peach, that's what I would eat.
Okay.
This day in 1985, Back to the Future was released in theaters.
All right. I like that movie. Michael J.
Remember how
Fox
that was like, yeah, Michael J. Fox. Remember how it was like so ahead of its time where it's like, oh, we're going to be on like hovercrafts.
Yes.
Here we are, 2024, no hovercraft.
That's the one thing that is like, why hasn't that been invented yet? We've thought about it for so long. We've so much stuff has changed in technology. Like, where are hovercrafts?
I think it's like air traffic control like issue, right? Like
Something
how
like
are
that.
you going to control all these people just zooming around?
Maybe
in the
so.
Sky?
Maybe so.
I don't know. Okay, this day in 2002, Men in Black 2 and the Powerpuff Girls movie debuted in theaters.
Okay. There's another Men in Black coming out soon, I think.
Yeah, is there? Oh, yeah.
I think it's in production or pre-production.
Is it?
I might have made that up. I don't know.
Or are you confusing it with the other movie that Will Smith had?
Bad Boys.
Yeah.
Maybe I am.
Oh, okay. Did you like Men in Black?
Yeah, I like the songs. Good guys dressed in black. Remember that, just in case we have a face-to-face and make contact. Okay,
Oh, wow.
Give us your last one.
Okay.
Give us your last one.
Last one is just birthdays. Tom Cruise's birthday today and Party Next Door.
Oh, he's part of the Kendrick Lamar diss track.
Yep.
Party at the party playing with his nose now.
What is happening?
Okay, I'm good at rap.
TMZ hip hop.
I'm good at rap.
No, you did pretty good.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Charlie.
Thanks for joining us, Charlie.
And we'll see you like on Monday, guys.
I know, my gosh, holiday weekend. Wait,
Yeah.
real quick before we go, what are you doing for the weekend?
You know, 3-year-old stuff. Like nothing crazy. 3-year-olds. A lot of pools and beaches.
Got it. I have no crazy plans either. So I guess I'll see you on Monday after a boring weekend.
Okay, great. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye.